What's going on, fellas? What's going on YouTube? Funny story. I got a funny story for you guys. Um, so, there's a guy that was, there's another trucker was telling me that if he was to get his own authority, he wouldn't know what to do with it. He wouldn't know how to get work or what have you. And I told him, you could do it. It's not hard, but I get it. I get it. Doing something new it's scary and it keeps you on your toes. But you know, uh, I try to convince him. I try to pump him up. Get your own authority. Get your own insurance. Excuse me. Because at the time where he was working at, it got slow, so he was struggling. He was leased on to this other company, and so he decided to leave the company and lease on with another company. Uh, and of course, he left on good terms. The boss was he was understanding. And he told him, you can come back anytime you want. Doors are always open for you because the dude does run, but it's just I don't know what it is. Maybe he's brain locked on thinking he can get his own authority and then find work. Well, anyways, he hooked up with this other company, leased on again, and it started getting slow for him, not for the rest of the company, because uh, he really doesn't like doing local work. He likes to run, and I mean he's not running far, but he likes miles. Um, so they did not have the loads that he usually runs, so he was laying back. He wasn't working. Like I said, he doesn't like doing local work. Mm. So him and his ex boss, they're still cool. They're still friends. They're still talking stuff. Well, the boss told him, his ex boss told him, uh, if you need work, you let me know. So now he's working two companies at one time. And, when he told me about it, I didn't mention nothing to him. I waited a few days and then I finally told him, hey, you're pretty much running under your own authority now. And it took him a while for it to sink in. And then he finally realized the following day or a few days later, I called him up and, he realized and, he told me, you know what, you're right. You're right. I am running my own authority now. So, why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing it up so you guys can see sometimes stuff just happens naturally and you just don't see it. You know, uh, he rolled with the punches and without a thought, you know, he was under his own authority, even though he was leased onto a company. Now, is it illegal? No, it's not illegal. Not here in California. The companies are trying to make it illegal. The companies are trying to make you sign a contract saying if you're leased onto us, you can run with another carrier. But it is illegal here in California. I don't know about the rest of the states, but here in California, it is illegal. So, with that said, people, get your own authority, get your own insurance. Uh, you might think, it's going to be hard. And I admit, at the beginning, it is going to be hard because it's hard to grasp the concept that you cannot be fired. You cannot be fired. You can only quit. I've worked with a few companies. I signed on 4 lease contracts and walked away. Because again, if you're doing your job, you cannot be fired. Now, if you go off the wall, go cuss somebody out, go get into a physical fight, of course, you're gonna get fired, and 9 out of 10 times they're gonna put that on your CSA. So think about it, fellas. Get your own authority. It's the best way to go. I know the ELDs are coming into effect, and everybody's worried about it, so they want to leech onto a company and see what's gonna happen. But if you sit there waiting, sitting on your hands and not doing anything, you're not gonna get far. If you got into this trucking industry, that should be your goal, to be your own boss. You shouldn't be working under anybody. You should be doing what you want to do. You should be making the money you want to make. So, but then again, if you do decide to get your own authority, be professional about yours. This is not about burning bridges. This is not about F this company, F that company. It's not about that. Because I always tell everybody, you never know, that company, that broker might have some good stuff, during that time that'll pay you good. So don't burn your bridges, fellas. Like tomorrow I'm gonna stop doing this rail stuff, and I'm gonna jump on a UPS account with OT Truck Lines. OT Truck Lines is it's a pretty big company, so I'm gonna start doing that. So I mean, it's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. So am I gonna give these guys a notice? No, there's no notice. I run under my own authority. I have my own insurance, so I have no one to notify that I'm not gonna work for them. Now they might take it the wrong way and give me a call and say, hey, what's going on, Victor? How come you're not working with us, or what have you? But I mean, I have my own authority, so I don't have to answer to anybody. So keep that in mind, fellas. Running under your own authority, it's the greatest thing you could ever do. You can do over the road, you can do regional, you can do local. I'm against miles. I'm against over the road. I do nothing but local, and I do fine. I could still be running the ports right now, but there's no day work in the ports. It's all night work. So I'm not gonna change because companies don't have the work. I'm just gonna hustle and look for a company that does have day work. So that's what it's about when you have your own authority. It's hustling. And again, I can't stress this enough. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's hard. It's hard. But once you get the hookups to run with brokers and companies, uh, with homies, don't burn that bridge. Don't burn that bridge. Go out like a professional and, hey, right now my pay's not looking too good, so I'm going to go ahead and step back for a little bit and go somewhere else. That's it. That's all. Be professional about your stuff. Just put yourself in that dispatcher's, that boss's, that manager's position. Would you want a driver to come over and cuss you out and tell you that your company sucks, that your pay sucks, your dispatchers are not running you right? They don't want to hear that. But if you leave on a professional note, they'll always take you back. Always take you back. And you'll always get a call back. And, 9 out of 10, it'll be something like, hey, Victor, we got some good stuff going. Can you help us out? It's paying so much. And then you just negotiate the rate. So, yeah, fellas, this guy was in doubt, but he finally realized that running with two companies is not that hard. Having connections to keep the hustle going, it's not hard. But once you get it going, stick with it. Understand the business and be professional about you. Be professional about your authority. Be professional about the name of your company. And again, be professional about yourself. When you go and walk away from that company or you're picking up a new account, be professional about it. Some people say you have to dress this way, to go get an account. I've never dressed any other way than what I dress on a daily basis. Shorts and t-shirts. That's it, that's all. And I've done fine just representing myself like that. So, but I'm not saying not to do it. You can dress the way you want to dress. That's not on me to call, but that's the way I've been getting my jobs with no problem. But again, get your own authority, fellas. Get your own authority. I'm telling you, that is the best thing that you can do. And just don't forget, it's hard. It's hard in the beginning. But once you get the hang of it, once you start getting these connections with companies and brokers and friends and homies, it'll get easier. It'll get easier. All right, fellas. Well, I just thought I'd drop this bug in your ear. If you're out there driving, drive safe. Be safe. We'll see you guys on our next video.